Welcome back to Geekmas. Today's video is going to be 10 amazing indie brand eyeshadow palettes. And in the new year, I want to try more indie brands and I want to try more from these brands that I already love. That's something in the new year I want to review more eyeshadow palettes on my channel. So yeah, if there are some indie brands or specific palettes you recommend, please let me know. I have this Christmas mug. This is from David's Tea. I bought this quite a few years ago. I love it. It's so pretty. It's like a gorgeous winter wonderland. The only thing is because this metal, you cannot microwave it. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I recently posted my eyeshadow palette collection and declutter video. I'll link that in the cards if you didn't see it. It's also in the Geekmas playlist, daily videos in December. And I don't know, just looking through my collection, I was inspired to pull out palettes that I hadn't used in a while. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into this video. All right, these are in no particular order, but I do want to start with the palette I'm wearing today, which is the Bunny Cosmetics, the Dollhouse palette. And this is the only palette I've tried from this brand, but personally, I would love to try more. And I really love this color story. It's so pretty. You've got a lot of pinks, purples, mauves, greens, which are like all my favorite tones. And yes, that's what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing this shade, this one, and then these as well. It's kind of like a subtle halo eye, and I just love it. I will say I do prefer their shimmer formula over their matte formula. Some of these mattes are a little bit on the sheer side. So you have to be careful with not over blending them. They actually require minimal blending, which is kind of nice actually, but like I said, they can be prone to over blending, but it's beautiful. I love the colors. I love the shimmers particularly. I love this eye look. So I'd love to try more from Blend Bunny. Okay, I have a couple palettes here. I've got multiples from a few different brands that I love so much. Next up, the Sydney Grace and Temptalia Radiant Reflection Light. And in general, I absolutely love the Sydney Grace formula. I have 3 palettes from them now, and honestly, I love them all. They are very consistent. The formula to me is the same in all 3 palettes that I have, so I would definitely buy more, and this palette is absolutely gorgeous. I recently posted a picture on my Insta stories where I was wearing these 3 shades. It was so pretty, and this is such a good palette and such a good formula. So I love that their metallics are so foiled, you don't even need a wet brush, which is convenient for me because I just ran out of setting spray. So that's why I was like, I'm gonna pull this palette out. And their mattes are very pigmented, but they blend easily. So I think Sydney Grace is I think it's a pretty high pigment formula. So if you're looking for intense pigmentation, I would recommend this brand. It's becoming probably my favorite formula ever. Possibly just as much as Natasha Denona, or maybe even a little better. I know, that's crazy, but so good. Okay, this palette, this is the only thing I've ever tried from this brand. It is the Suva Beauty, the Rose Period palette. And I did see that this is still available. It's not on the Suva Beauty website, but there was another website that I found it on. This is stunning, okay? This formula is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Their shimmers are really metallic. These mattes are very easy to blend. It's just a really good formula. I love these tones. And you've got like a more peachy shade. This shade is I think this is a duochrome. It has a purple shift. You can't really see that, I don't think. But Suva Beauty, only thing I've ever tried from the brand, but that palette is stunning. Something else I also want to do in the new year is I want to film more like get ready with me's with some of the palettes that I have not filmed looks with. So yeah, if you have any requests for that, let me know. Okay, next up, What's Up Beauty. This brand is fantastic. They have 2 palettes out, and I do have both of them that they sent me in PR. I would buy this myself though. It is so good. This is their Geodes palette. I do prefer this one to the other palette they have just because I like the color story so much. I love this palette. You guys, these shimmers, they're very sparkly, very sparkly. This green is amazing, and their mattes are more of a high pigment matte, and they're really easy to work with. And yeah, I love that palette. It's really nice. Okay, next up, Odins Eye. I love all my Odins Eye palettes. I have not tried their older formula. Some people have said that they kind of changed their formula over time. I only have their palettes that are newer in the last about 2 years, and I think they are really good. The Saga of Freya, so pretty. This one is chapter 2, Cat with the Golden Carriage. I mean, their packaging is also really, really stunning. And this is a really interesting color story with the blues and the orange. They have a lot of different formulas, which I really enjoy. They will put like different types of shimmer formulas, duochromes, multichromes in their palettes. I think it's really nice. They do a wide variety. It's beautiful. Their mattes are really easy to blend, and their shimmers have a lot of sparkle. Their shimmers can be on the chunky side, so these are ones I definitely recommend using a setting spray with. But beautiful. And like I said, I tried to narrow this down to 10 palettes, but I love all of my Odins Eye palettes, including the Hella palette from Angie, and it's so good, which I don't think it's available anymore. Okay, this is the Freya Saga palette, which this is a double-sided palette. And so this side, you get this stunning array of colors: orange, green, coppers, browns, so pretty. And then this side, more burgundy tones and pink tones. So pretty. This one is, I think, $40 because it's double-sided, whereas this one I think is $27. So I think the prices are pretty good, and personally, I really like their palettes. Okay, Nomad Cosmetics. I tried this brand for the first time this year, and I really fell in love with their formula. I want to buy more of their palettes. So this is their Fête de Provence palette, and I did do a video on this when it came out. Very, very pretty. And so I would say their mattes are more thin. They don't require a lot of blending. They're not quite as thin as the Blend Bunny mattes. I think these are amazing, and their shimmers are stunning. So this color story is so pretty. I really, really like that one. And then, so that one I bought myself. They ended up sending me the Hudson Valley palette in PR, which I would have bought this myself if they had not sent it to me. This fall color story, hello, are you seeing this? So beautiful. I have a video on this palette too, and it's just amazing. The one palette from them that I've been really considering, I've checked the website multiple times, that is their Fire and Ice Iceland palette. That one looks really nice. That color story is right up my alley. Okay, next up is, this palette is not available anymore, but I think if it's a representation of the formula from this brand, then I am just all over it. This is the Alien Cosmetics, which is now called Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Poison Apple palette. Wow, talk about high pigment, and they have multi-chromes in here, duochromes, intense pigmented mattes that are very easy to work with. This is a really, really good formula. Wow. So I would definitely love to try more from Unearthly Cosmetics. If this is a representation of their formula, I think it is really, really good. Okay, and then last up is another Sydney Grace palette, which is the Be Mine palette. And oh, I forgot to mention that, so a lot of their palettes have a light or deep version. And I actually bought the deep version of this palette because I just thought it suited my preferences more, whereas the Radiant Reflection, I bought the light version. And this palette, you guys, wow. I mean, these are like really my colors because it has all the colors I love, which are pinks, purples, and greens. Those are my favorite tones. And the neutrals in here are stunning. Again, very high pigment formula, really easy to work with. You do not need to even spray the brush. These just look like liquid metal on the eyes. That's what I really like about their metallic formula, is that it's seriously like liquid metal. It's so beautiful, absolutely stunning. So yeah, this one is amazing. I don't think I have filmed a look with this one. Like I said, I want to do more looks in the new year, and I want to try more brands, and I want to do more like palette reviews. So let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any recommendations for future videos that you would want to see from me, because I kind of want to change it up and do a bit more reviews in the new year. So yeah, that is it for this video. I have an eyeshadow palette playlist with tons of eyeshadow palette related videos. And if you did not see my palette collection and declutter, I will link that as well. It's also in the Geekmas playlist. Stay tuned, daily videos in December. Please subscribe if you have not. Thank you so much for watching, and please give us your indie recommendations down below. Have a great day.